Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. So let's have a fireside chat, shall we? I don't think I've done one of these before as a fireside chat, but I think it's time for everybody to gather around and let's talk shop. Because we've got issues right now. Everything is going great, okay? But there are underlying issues that we need to address sooner rather than later. Now, before we get into it, I think what people need to start doing is becoming more respectful of the system. Proposals that have passed, ideas that are in play. What we see is someone comes up with a really good idea, we all start to vote for it, we go yes, and then all of a sudden you see an opposing proposal up. It's like, dude, we just passed something. Like, it's a yes. And I think the biggest issue is we just lack, like a lot of people just simply lack respect from one another. The difference being is if these people were face to face, they wouldn't act like this. It really becomes a thing when people are publicly known on the internet, they conduct themselves in a way different manner. It's so easy for people to become keyboard warriors, especially on Agora. So like I was saying, the biggest issue we're seeing right now is just people not respecting the system. And what I'm going to simply say is Terra Rebels are not respecting the system. We have an L1 development team. We have plans, okay? There's things coming and they're just simply not respecting that. They're going for any little chance that they can get to worm their way back into the community pools. They can start getting paid again for what? To fund their wallet that they own on their station that belongs to them. We're funding somebody else's future. Okay, that's not ours. It doesn't belong to us, okay? We don't even know if that thing's been audited correctly, but loads of you are using it. Loads of you are still trusting Terra Rebels. We consist to keep going back into these abusive relationships, and it's like we don't understand what we're doing. But I think the biggest thing right now is for people to start using LunkDash, go to proposals, see who's voting yes to these things, because it's absolutely ridiculous that they just don't respect the community. Now, one thing I can tell you for certain is I will bet my 2 socks I'm wearing right now that the likelihood of in the next couple of days or week, you're going to see a proposal come up for a station, for a mobile app, for a wallet. Yes, that's right. Our own situation, our own station, everything that belongs to us, built for the community, right? We've got to fund that. But we've just funded Terra Rebels for 3 more months. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous that we're being treated like clowns. It was quite clear the issues, the underlying issues behind everything that was going on. It was so obvious. Like I was saying, you can go to this proposals tab on LunkDash and you can see who's voting yes, who's voting no. And it's, like I said, it's so obvious what's going on, and it's sad to see that people are actually abusing those endpoints and everything that they're running. The likelihood is they're running a load of nodes, loads of little small nodes. There's no bar for entry. You could whip up 5 nodes and you're in the active set. You get to have a say, right? It's so easy to do that. It's scary. And, we're seeing this commonality in the votes. You're seeing very similar votes passing by. And then all of a sudden seeing, people like all nodes vote yes to it, which is absolutely insane. Why would we agree to fund something that does not belong to this community from a group of people who have been proven to be bad actors? Do I have a Roomba? Do any of you have a Roomba? We've all got wants and needs, right? And I honestly just believe Terra Rebels are absolutely taking the mick out of all of us. They're just putting clown masks on us and, they'll vote for it. And if they don't, we'll sway the vote. We'll sway the vote in some way, because it's quite obvious that we don't want them here. Once again, unscheduled maintenance that comes up as scheduled maintenance. There should be alerts for this. The amount of times I've said about putting a warning system into place, a maintenance screen, we just don't see those things. They've just been paid a load of money, right? And you're still not going to see anything from them. Okay? All of that money that you've paid is for the infrastructure for Rebel Station. We just literally handed over 300 million LUNC to continue running something that we don't need. We don't need it. We honestly do not need that. What we need is something the community owns. I think all of this is going to become pretty apparent in the next few days when proposals start coming up that's saying, Well, we need to get our own station. We need to get our own mobile app. We need to do all of these things. And then all of a sudden, everyone's going to be like, well, hold on a minute. Why are we funding this other wallet? But, you know, it's one of those situations where sadly, we're going to have to learn from the mistake. I was one of the people that obviously voted no for it. In fact, I know with the vetoed it because it's just a joke. They're treating us like a joke. They don't deserve to get their money back from where I was sitting. It's gotten stupid. We do not need that team. Our community pool is limited, right? So if we go to our community pool now, you can see, boom, you know, didn't need to happen. So we've got 861 LUNC, 861 million LUNC to fund a station, a mobile, and the other little bits that we need for the endpoints and the LCD throwouts, right? Oh, right. Can't afford it, can we? So now we're stuck in limbo. So what do we have to do? We have to carry on renting from Terra Rebels. Do you see where this is all going? Because I do. I see where this is all going. It's ridiculous that we are back in this, and I feel like the community should make themselves heard. If you're not happy about this, make yourself heard like we did with CEXs with Burning. This is an absolute joke that people are allowed to consistently take the mick out of us over and over and over again. There's no level of mutual respect. It's just bend over, no reach around, no lubricants, let's do it. It's not fair on us, especially someone like myself who's working day in, day out to be here, to be able to create content to support the blockchain. You know, it's becoming ridiculous that we give funding to people like that, and still the TGF has not given a penny out to any projects, to any people. None of us have got any support. All of the time we've put in, for me, has been a total loss. And it makes me so angry to see these people get funding. People that have bought Roombas have consistently over and over and over and over again, right? Just taking the mick out of us. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring a diagram up. And I think this is going to, you know, more or less put everybody's heads into a better place. Because what we have here at the top is Terra Rebels, okay? And then what happened was Terra Rebels split up. Okay, the marketing team from Terra Rebels ended up creating Terra C Vita. The lead dev from Terra Rebels, Edward Kim, he went on to make Terra Foundation Guard. Tobias, as a lead dev, went on to create the L1 team. That's now been passed to Steve, right? You have got the Quant team, which is Redline Drifter now. And then you've got the main project managing team, which is Raider, as everybody remembers, and they've gone on to make Station, right? We don't own it. All of these people stem from here. That place, they all broke up because it was absolutely ridiculous. The money wasn't going to where it should be. It was going to moderating people who were sitting there talking to people all day long, having arguments for people and getting paid for it. It's an absolute joke. We've been past a year now, and people need to understand how the system is working and what this has all led to. Marketing team gone on to make Terra Casino and Terra Port. One's been rugged. You can guarantee the casino's not been audited. Like it's actually going to need to be audited. Edward's done absolutely jack other than put forward funding for nothing. You've got Tobias went on to make the L1 team who's getting us to parity. Absolutely important. So much is going to stem from this branch here. So much. This branch here, so much going to stem from it. Oh, but this branch here, yeah, well, this branch here is Rebel Station. Like I said, they own it. We don't own it. It belongs to them. We're building out their infrastructure for them. Amount of people that are saying, like, so many people, I don't want to say their names because I don't give people free airtime here. You know, everybody's saying the same thing. It's ridiculous. We don't own it. Who owns it? You know, I think the best thing for them to do is if they want to be part of this, hand Rebel Station over, hand the wallet over, get it audited by Certic, change it to Classic Station, give it to the community. The same way Redline Drifter is giving a whole USTC repeg to this community. It's not asking for a thing. It's not skimming, it's not privatizing it. This is privatization. This is privatization. This is for the community. This is for the community. This was supposed to be for the community. You can see where I'm going with all of this. It's gone crazy. If you're feeling like this, let me know in the comments section, because I don't normally do these like kind of like ranty videos, but this is a huge issue. This is actually a huge issue, and people need to wise up to this happening. And as horrible as it is for me to say, you need to think about who you're delegating your coins with. You need to think about who you're supporting and what you're giving to these people, allowing them to consistently bend us over time and time and time again. Folks, let me know in the comments section. Other than that, stay safe, beware of scammers, beware of doppelgangers, beware of anybody pretending to be me. None of this is financial advice. Definitely not financial advice. It's just a total rant. And yeah, it's all for educational purposes only. And I'll catch you in the next one. Oh, yeah, I need a new chair as well.